Hello, my name is Moira Aguila, and below I review one of the typical Japanese meals, the ramen. Ramen is the Japanese version of Chinese noodle soup, consisting of the noodle soup seasoned with soy sauce and with meat, fish, or vegetables. I should be note that there are different types of ramen depending on the region of the country. Ramen has its origin in ancient China, which was brought to Japan by Chinese immigrants in the 19th century. They began to make variations of this dish, and ramen restaurants began to appear, which were very successful. It is an essential element Japanese culture as it has undergone various changes in accordance with the historical process of the country. Despite all these changes, has always been considered a traditional food and very characteristic of this culture, as it relates to the processes of interculturality between China and Japan. This food is characteristic of these places. It is related to the eating habits of the inhabit and also to their preference for fast food. The process of creating these meals consists of 1. Place the meat in the bowl and bake for 1 hours at 180 degrees. Hydrate the seaweed with water for 10 minutes. Strain and reserve. 3. Cook mushrooms for 30 minutes. Then remove the mushrooms and reserve the broth. 4. Add the mushrooms broth to the container that contains chopped chicken. Then cook over medium heat for 40 minutes and remove the fat from the broth. Once the chicken is cooked, remove from the broth. 5. Add the pieces of smoked meat and bacon to the broth and for 2 hours. Remove the bacon and add the vegetables, carrots, onions, garlic, and cook for 50 minutes more. 6. Remove vegetables with a strainer. 7. Add the soy sauce and sugar to the broth and cook for 15 minutes. 8. Then, in a pot of boiling water, cook the noodles. 9. Cook an egg. 10. In a bowl of noodles, add the noodles, a boiled egg, onions and vegetables, mushrooms, eggs, and meat. Then add the ramen broth and enjoy. To hate ramen, you will need chopsticks and your bowl of ramen on hand. Eat noodles and broth at the same time. So use chopsticks and use a spoon. And finally, you should forget about labels. It is normal make noises when eating, and this is not frowned upon in Japanese culture.